today we're making another video, and this video is all about what my life, how it went, and what this channel is all about. Now we're starting off with what the channel is all about. The channel is all about just me having my life that I have it for a whole bunch of years, and I play games and I go to school and record and just funny, and yeah, so I don't care how many views I get, I don't care if the subscribers, I just need this channel to remember everything. Alright guys, so the next thing is my life, and yeah, so my life started off, I was born on February 22nd, 2004. In Puerto Rico, and we had a nice life, blah blah. I was one, and my brother was two, and my mom got sick, and my dad was like over her, like she didn't really want her already, so she met another girl, and well, my dad was still with my mom, but yeah, he met another girl, and they were just friends, and one day they brought him over to pick us up because from our mom, and he didn't know that my mom was gonna come out the house, and she did, and then my stepbrother, with what is my dad's friend's son, rolled down the window, and then my dad's friend pulled it back up, and my mom saw that, and she looked in the back of the car, and there was another woman in there with their son, and my mom started freaking out. She opened the door and started like punching her and stuff like that, and my mom was sick at that time. So what happened then was that my mom called the cops on my dad, saying that my dad punched her, and which really didn't happen, and they went to court, and my dad fought us. My dad went to court every single day and fought just to get full custody of us, and he did, and we flew all the way to Florida with my dad's friend, and they became girlfriend and boyfriend. So then we lived there in Orlando, and yeah, and then our life started going pretty good at first, and then it all broke down. My stepmom wanted to move and blah blah, and yeah, so pretty much we like couldn't really, we lived here in Poinciana, so, and then we lived there for like a humongous house. It had like 5 bedrooms and stuff like that, and my mom wanted to move, so, well, my stepmom wanted to move, so then we moved to Orlando, and then our life started going well, and then what happened was that my mom and my stepmom got into this crazy fight, and my dad was like, she has to stop calling you, blah blah, and then they wanted to break up, and they did, and yeah, they broke up, and then they got back together again about like a year or two later, and then they broke up, and then they got back together again, and next thing you know, we moved to St. Cloud, and they broke up again. That was like the last straw. Then my dad we were living in a nice fancy house, another 5 bedrooms, and yeah, we had a good life, and then we had to move out, and we lived in a hotel for years, well, for like about 2 years, and then my dad was like, you know what, I'm just gonna save my money, and we're moving into a house. So now, by that time, we were still in hotels, and my dad found another girl, and we were pretty nice, and we're living with them right now. So yeah, this is like all what's happening right now. Well, not really, but yeah. And then we had a nice life, and we found a couple of houses. They weren't good enough. So then they broke up, but then they got back together again, and we finally moved into this house right now. And it's pretty nice. And yeah, they broke up again about like 5 years later. And this, right, like there was a whole fight, and they didn't get back together until like 3 months. So they're back together again. And yeah, this is my life right now. And I'm living a pretty happy one, and I'm moving again. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.